Hey, everybody. Hello.
Hi, how
I
are
was gonna
you?
say, not everybody has to come on camera, but it's super helpful if some of us do so that I can know that people can hear me. Excellent. Wonderful. I'm gonna give I don't know, maybe one more minute to let people find their way and all of that. All right, Noreen is here and she's our patient-led collaborative research network coordinator. Try saying that 5 times fast. She says hi. There we go. Those of you who are watching this after the fact, if you're watching the recording, um, thank you so much for watching. Those of you here live, thank you. Now my brain has totally been reset. I wanted to give just a second to, oh, also a thing was like, give everybody an update on things that are happening in the organization, um, and then give everybody an update on our new fundraising initiative that we just started and what we're doing, but then mostly give y'all the chance to ask questions. I know that I had a couple of questions that I got through email, which was awesome. And then we've had a couple of others come through during registration. So yeah, so that's my plan. Those of you I can see, give me a thumbs up if that, like, everybody can hear me. If that sounds good. I'm seeing like all kinds of stuff go on my screen. So I'm so glad that Noreen is here and helping us. Thanks y'all for the thumbs up. So let's see, if we haven't met before, like I should have said originally, I'm Lauren. I'm the executive director of CLOVE syndrome community. I took over in April last year. So here I am at like 1 year in. So it's been an exciting time. We just launched our new fundraising initiative called 30 Day Spark. It's taking the place of $1 million bike ride, which we have done in the past to help fundraise for our research initiatives. So we have 3 pillars, right? There's support, education, and research. And generally, all of our fundraisers support one of those pillars. So this time of year is our research pillar fundraiser. So anyways, we have always done $1 million bike ride. This year I wanted to try something different because while I think the bike ride's great, there are many people in our community with all different kinds of ability, and levels of ability. And so I wanted to do something that would allow all different kinds of abilities and challenges to be featured and what's the word I'm looking for people to pursue all kinds of ambitions. So that's where 30 Day Spark came from. It's more like launch yourself a 30-day challenge. Maybe it's like you want to read for 20 minutes every day. Maybe it's you want to ride your bike 90 miles in 30 days, what or anything in between, right? Like 1 mile a day, learn to crochet, clean out your house, right? There's all kinds of ways that people can do that. And then the idea is people set their challenge and they share how they're doing along the way, along with their custom link. And you get your custom link on Give Butter. It's super easy. So that was the inspiration behind it. Our goal is to raise $20,000 in support of our patient voice initiatives, which is just what I call our initiatives that are all about getting the perspectives and like lived experiences of the Cloves community out into the world. So that's um, people sharing their stories on social media is like the most simple example, but also we have a PIK3CA related conditions research roundtable that's like all scientists who come together and share their work that their research they're doing on the PIK3CA gene, right? It's our Cloves patient registry. It's the consultation work we do with pharmaceutical companies, making sure that they're considering our community when they're designing their clinical trials, right? I'm visiting Amsterdam next week to speak at a conference about drug repurposing, and about the Clove syndrome patients' experience in repurposing, and then the important role that our organization has played in driving drug repurposing, right? Because Vijoice, the alpelisib drug that so many of our community are using, was originally a cancer drug. So um, but all of those things are what fall under patient voice initiatives. And so that's what this and that kind of all rolls up into research, right? It's like getting more and more people aware in the research and regulatory space about cloves. So that's my spiel about 30 Day Spark. Any questions before I just keep boring y'all? All right, cool. I'll go on then. We've just got like a few other things. Well, there's always a whole lot of things going on, it feels like. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, when is this 30 days Spark starting?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. It just started yesterday and it's going until May 30th. So, Noreen, would you, or I can really easy, put the link in the chat? I'm going to do it right now because it's already up on my computer. So I just put the link in the chat it's givebutter.com/CSC _ 30 Day Spark. And yeah, so we're just getting rolling. And we've already raised $555 so far. So you can like donate straight to it, or you can join, like fundraise with us and join up and set your spark and do all of that. So yeah. What was I? Where was I? There we go. So yeah. The other few things I wanted to make sure to touch on that I think people will either have questions about or I want to make sure people don't forget is Betsy's camp is in July. It's July 9th, no, 10th through the 13th, in New Hampshire. It's our annual camp and retreat for people with cloves and their families. It is a ton of fun. Um, I kind of say whether you want to like go swim in a lake or just paint a picture by a lake or like run around like a kid or sit and sip some coffee, there's something for you at Betsy's Camp and Retreat. So I really hope people will register for that if they want to come. Registration is filling up. We had so many families be really excited about camp, which just warms my heart. And so if you do think you want to come, please go ahead and register. We have links. We have a travel scholarship if families need a little bit of help getting to camp. And Zebra Crossings does offer some scholarships for camp registration fees. So you talk to them about those. There's a link on our website for the travel scholarships as well, and I can email everybody with that too after this. So that was one. The other one was a pharmaceutical company called Relay Therapeutics has just announced just in the last weeks a new clinical trial that's kind of just getting started for a mutant selective PIK3CA inhibitor medication that's going to be starting trial soon. There was a little bit of talk about it in the group, and so I thought I'd give like the quick update is that we don't have a whole lot of information that we can share yet about it, but more is coming soon, and you can go kind of keep track of it on clinicaltrials.gov, but also we'll be posting about it. And I know that Relay is hoping to do a webinar in the future and kind of meet, like introduce themselves to our community and the rest of the pros community. So you can look forward to that soon. Yeah. Oh, and then the other part was the International Drug Repurposing Conference that I'm going to next week. And I already talked about that. So you don't need to hear me again. Any questions about any of those three things? Sweet. Amazing. And then yeah, I guess I want to turn it over to you guys for questions, but first, I have a little bit of a question for you. And actually, I guess this question came from the question I received via email. So I'm going to start with that and then kind of follow it up with my question for you guys, if that's okay. So one of the questions I received was, how are the cuts to the National Institute of Health here in the States, the NIH cuts and CDC and cuts to public health, how are they affecting cloves research? Has it ground to a halt? And then how can we help, like, try to fix that? Like, how can we help in general? The good news is that I have not yet learned of any of our research that we have funded or been part of being affected by the NIH cuts and CDC, in part because the two big research projects we funded, so the zebrafish cloves model and Ralitza Madston's basic science research, are taking place in the UK. And so we are like, that wasn't NIH funded to begin with. So that's really happy. There is a chance that other research that's happening could be affected, but we haven't, that has yet to be seen. So that's the good, happy news. In terms of what people can do, what I'm recommending is if anyone is interested in knowing what's happening in the regulatory space, trying calling representatives or anything like that, I really recommend signing up for RDLA, which is the Rare Disease Legislative Advocates arm of the Every Life Foundation for Rare Diseases. So if you Google like Every Life RDLA, you'll get there. Their newsletter, they do a really good job of like putting it at the top of your inbox. Noreen is putting like all of these links in, so go to the chat. Um, they do a really great job of like sending an email like, hey, this thing is happening urgently, please call your representatives, and then creating like ways for you to do that really easily. Um, so it is a fire hose of information right now. And in terms of what you need to know in the rare disease space, RDLA is a good way to do that. It's not narrowed down to our wedge of the rare disease space. So there is some things that you'll see that don't apply to cloves, but they're still important across the board. So the other thing I'm recommending just to everyone everywhere is fivecalls.org, which lets you make it, basically sets you up to be able to make 5 calls to your representatives each day in the like toward the things that are important to you. And it makes it really easy to do so. So those two things are what I've been recommending when people ask me about it, which leads me to my question for all of you. I want Clove Syndrome community to be a positive space and a positive force for good. And I've had a hard time gauging from our community, how much do you want to be made aware of things that are happening that could affect people's access to care, um, by us, right? So how much do you want how much of a role do you want Clove Syndrome community to play in making sure that the community is aware of those regulatory things here in the States? And if we were to become more active in that way, what is the way that people would want to receive that information? So granted, this is a very small little subsection of our community, but I thought I would take the chance to ask y'all if you have opinions on that. You can throw it in the chat. You can email me after if you'd like, or you can like come off mute. It's not like we have a huge group. Um, if you feel so inclined. So, or you can think on it and email me later. All right.
So especially right now in United States when the regulations are changing so fast, you're gonna start sending a lot of emails about that information particular. So I don't know if in this time period it's changing so many things and it's not so easy to get the right information. Maybe it's gonna be a lot of burden, but my
Yes.
personal opinion.
No, that's a really good call out. And part of why I haven't been sending a whole lot of things out yet. Yeah. Megan, did you have thoughts? I saw you off mute.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a burden. I always like to know, but at the same time, if there was some way to decipher if it was going to be more of like a long-term impact than like a short-term thing.
Mm-hmm. That's
Um, just because it can also be very stressful. Like
yeah,
we're already,
it
but
can. I know. And I haven't wanted to throw that like into our Facebook group, for example, because I want that to be
maybe you could just make a page on the website where people could go to and look for it so
yeah,
they could choose whether they wanted to see it or not. Because you're seeing it no matter what, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so like I don't know.
That's a good idea. Go to
Then they could read it if they wanted to.
I thought about creating like a newsletter list just for people who were interested in that. But that, and send a weekly thing of, hey, here's the things that are happening.
Yeah.
But a newsletter is even more like people, or sorry, a web page is even more like people can go if they feel up to it, and it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
loud in their inbox. Okay, thank you. That's very good. That, I promise, is like the end of me just talking at you. So now please talk at me. I'd love to know like what's on your mind, any questions y'all have about the organization, about programs, about me, about whatever. Like, I am all ears. Do you like doing these? Should I do them more often? Like, like, you really wish we did this, or have you? I'm gonna play the Jeopardy song in a minute.
Hi, Lauren. No, thanks for organizing this. Me, I mean, our family is extremely new to this. I mean, I think we joined like 2 months ago. so,
Amazing.
so for us, like seeing this call, it was great, and we are learning more. So I have millions of questions. I don't want to put them public, but happy to connect, and thanks for inviting us to this discussion.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you found us, and welcome, and all of that. So yeah, if you do have questions, like please do email me. You can get me at info@clovesyndrome.org, and I can for sure answer.
Oh, we will contact you.
Excellent. Excellent. If you don't hear back from me, if you email me next week and you don't hear back right away, it's just because I'm traveling, but I will get back.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Melody, it's good to see you. You don't have to come off mute if you don't want, but hey.
Good to see you too.
Let's see, Megan was at camp last year. You guys are coming again this year, right?
Yep, we're coming.
Yay, that makes me happy. I
Yeah.
had Zebra
Can-
Crossing send me a
Can
nice
we
thing.
still register to that?
So sorry, say that again.
Can we still register to the
Yes.
camp? That's
Yes.
oh.
Yep, you sure can. Do you want, here, I think I have the URL up. I can put it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Emily sent us, she must have sent everyone an email. I got an email too.
Oh, good. Good,
Like-
good. Emily at Zebra Crossings?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna put the summer camps. So I'm gonna put in the chat our website or the page for all of the summer camp information, because it includes the link to the travel scholarships. So Betsy's Camp and Retreat is our camp. Camilo, is it Camilo? Am I saying
Yes.
that right? Okay, perfect. So Betsy's Camp and Retreat is our summer camp that we put on in partnership with Zebra Crossings. Camp Corey, Craniofacial and Vascular Anomalies Camp, is a camp that an organization is putting on in Seattle, where we are partnering with them to get the word out about it, but we are not the drivers of it. But we have the opportunity to go, and it's going to be all kids that have vascular anomalies or craniofacial differences, which it'll be really fun. I visited the Camp Corey space before I agreed to help market for it, and it's really beautiful. So both of those are options this year for our campers. And then the link to travel scholarships is in there. So
And these camps, I mean, because we are here for our daughter that has 2 years, like are fun for kids, or we need to wait until our daughter is a little older to enjoy really the camp, or we don't know exactly what we do on the camps. So
yeah, I thought Megan could speak to having tiny ones.
Yeah, my kids right now are 19 months old, 3 and 4, and we went last July and it was totally fine for them. There was stuff to do. Yeah.
great.
Sometimes they couldn't stay out that late because they go to bed early, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's very safe and totally fine.
Oh,
And
that's good to know.
it's also good for the parents too.
Yeah, that's our goal, right? Is to let kids meet other kids, no matter how old they are, and then also let parents meet and connect with other Cloves parents. And also, I loved like we had in some years we've had adults with Cloves who've attended as well, and I'm always trying to like get more adults with Cloves to want to attend. And but even we had a teenager with Cloves last year, and I think it was really special for like the elementary school kids to get to meet a cool teenager, right? Like who had Cloves. So it's kind of it's a cool, beautiful thing. Melody, have you done camp?
I have not done camp before.
Okay.
I kind of want to. I mean, I'm kind of interested in it, but I kind of want to wait till I have more time first, or like after I graduate first. But I have clubs myself. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, I would love, it'd be really fun for you to come to camp one year. It's a really, yeah.
And how many people usually attend to these camps?
We had, oh my gosh, I should know this number. I think we had 12 families last year. So we ended up at around like 30 or 40 people. So pretty small. It's not, there's not a whole lot of us in the whole world. So there's not a whole lot of us at camp either, which is really lovely. So yeah. It's pretty
Oh
easy.
man, maybe I'm gonna meet all of you there.
That would be amazing. Camila, what part of the world are you in?
We are in California.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Hi everybody. Yeah, sorry I didn't introduce myself.
Oh, no, you're fine. I have the hardest time remembering all of that. I wish I was better at it, but okay. So California is not it's easier to get to the Seattle one, I guess, for you, but it's not the
Yeah,
worst.
that's what we saw when we saw the Seattle, but we didn't understood what was the relationship. So
Yeah. Yeah, and me and my daughter are going to be at the Seattle one and the New Hampshire one. And my whole family, I think, is coming to New Hampshire. We live near Seattle, so we're gonna do both.
awesome.
But also because like I organized it, so so I get to do it all. But yeah. Yeah. Any other questions about camp or otherwise? Anybody? Sweet. Well, it makes me happy to see everybody's faces. Oh, another thing I will plug really quick because I've got all of you. Please reach out if you ever want to learn more about our programs or what have you. And we are always in search of like people who are motivated to want to volunteer with the organization, either on our patient and family advisory council, or if you're interested in joining the board, or we've got other opportunities for that. So just like, pitching that. So anyway, Noreen, am I missing anything that you can think of? I'm gonna ask my,
Nope, I don't think so.
all right. I want to stay and hang out with all of you, but also I want to respect your time. So if nobody has questions for me, and also if you like don't want to ask on main, you can totally shoot me an email. I'm happy with that. And we'll get everybody back to your nights. Thank you all so much.
No, thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.